So do you know who's running for Senate in Missouri?
No, I don't. I'm from Chicago, so I don't really care about that stuff here.
But you live here.
He lives here, but he doesn't care. Tonight, on a little bit over 5 minutes.
I'm Katie Clark.
I'm Jaeyoung Zheng.
I'm Mark Zen.
And I'm L'Oreal Jones. Today, we went out to the campus of St. Louis University to see if students knew who the mayor of St. Louis is. Do you know who Francis Slay is?
Who Francis Slay is?
Yeah, Slay is.
No.
Yeah. No, who he is, not like his name. Okay, you don't? Okay.
No, I do not. No.
Do you know who Francis Slay is?
No.
Do you know who Francis Slay is?
The mayor of St. Louis.
St. Louis.
No, honestly, I'm so bad at this stuff.
Francis Slay is.
No.
Do you know?
But Mark, shouldn't these students know who the mayor of St. Louis is? I mean, they go to St. Louis University.
Well, you're totally right, L'Oreal. And the thing is, many races in this past midterm election were settled by only a few thousand votes. As of May, there were 1,765 registered student voters at SLU. In 2008, 70% of these student voters turned out for the presidential election. However, 5 months later, in April of 2009, only 3% of eligible student voters turned out to elect now third-term mayor Francis G. Slay. That comes out to about 55 student voters. There's a possibility. But why do we need to care about local issues? Well, we asked that question to our own alderperson, Marlene Davis. She's the alderwoman of the 19th Ward and represents SLU's campus.
Because at some point it will affect their even college campus lifestyle. If you look at the infrastructure around the campus, it is the responsibility of the city of St. Louis, which means streetlights, sidewalks, all those things, police security, things that touch you when you're off the campus. So you should be involved.
Hey Mark, how can I get involved on campus?
Well, Jean Yang, the college Democrats and college Republicans are a good start. Both organizations are active within the St. Louis political community and have hosted political figures on campus.
What about voting on campus?
Well, Jean Yang, SLU has an on-campus polling place for both the general and municipal elections. But the polling place is only effective if people vote. So what happens when students don't get involved in local issues? Then they fail to realize what's going on around them, like the recent passage of Proposition A, which will go to SLU voters along with the other city residents in April.
If it does pass in April, what we will do is we would need to cut all city services by a minimum immediately of 20%. And according to the legislation, the way it's written, it's 10% each year until we figure out a way to replace that tax. Well, as all of us know at this moment, there is no way to replace it. And if the only thing that we can do is reduce city services, that's not fair to the people who live here in this city and who have invested in this city.
And hello to you, random girl, saying my name as I was interviewing our elected alderperson. This is great information, but Katie, can you give us some concrete steps that we can take to get more involved in our community?
Well, Mark, the first thing you need to do is register to vote. Go to stlelections.com and learn how to. The second thing you need to do is get knowledge about who's running and the positions they hold on the issues that are important to you. The third thing is to actually vote. St. Louis University holds a voting spot every election in the Bush Student Center. Also, another thing you can do is join Young Republicans and Young Democrats. Learn more about these at sludems.com or slugop.com. If there is something in the city that you think needs to be addressed, you can write your local officials. The mayor of St. Louis is Francis Slay. Our governor is Jay Nixon. Our alderwoman of the 19th Ward is Marlene Davis. The president of the Board of Aldermen is Lewis Reed. And our congressman in this area is Lacey Clay. Make sure you get involved because this is our community.
It's our community.
It's our community.
It's our community.